detected.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
It got hot and fiery back on Inferno with almost every round being played. We ended up 16-13 to the Renegades, taking away TYLOO's map pick, but yeah, slightly slipping out of their control at one point in that game. We now move forward to their map pick. dust2 going to be a lot more comfortable. They're going to be confident after winning their map pick. Is this a 2-0?
It should be now. It should be now. But TYLOO showed that they kind of had the same positives and flaws as the Renegades on that last map. Strong T sides, really lacking CT sides. The op coming in and out of play. So maybe if TYLOO start that half on the T side, then Renegades look like the team that were on the back foot. And Renegades, yeah, they really won that game by the skin of their teeth. So at least they got that, and it was TYLOO's map pick. So those are 2 boons for them. They move into dust2, and the Renegades, at least they know that they've got some breathing room here. And if it does go to the 3rd map, they still should be kind of okay. It's more 50-50, but yeah, they have the best opportunity to get a 2-0 that we've seen today.
Yeah, that's if we get that distance, but certainly not looking likely. Let's see if TYLOO have done some prep behind the scenes as we head into dust2. It's going to be the knife round once again. Far more unimportant, at least on this map, than it was back on Inferno. Not that it made a huge amount of difference. T-side. Yeah,
Me too. Control the pace.
Yeah.
Rush long. Run down mid.
I think CT side dust, I mean, again, like it's, you know, my preference is from my experience, which is not professional, but, you know, if you're playing CT side in pugs, dust2 is horrible, I think. If you're with people you don't know,
it's one of the maps that feels like you need 6 players on CT side. And part of the reason is, and the reason that that's not true at the highest level is because you have really good mid to B players that know when to be at A and when to be at mid to help B, and that can be the difference maker.
It's, I'd say in terms of, correct me if I'm wrong, I'd say in terms of like active map pool minus Vertigo, dust2 is probably the map where you need to change CT setups so drastically so often in terms of like going for double, triple longs, then suddenly stacking B, then having heavy mid presence. You know, I feel like, you know, you need to have something vastly different almost every buy round to try and keep the T's on there.
Did you say apart from Cash?
No, I said apart from Vertigo, and that was just a joke.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because like the default on the majority of the maps is pretty similar, right? Inferno, you're usually going to play 2 players B, usually going to play 3 players A, fairly simple. But dust2, you know, the amount of players per site, or at least per position, I feel like it varies far more.
Yeah, no, and it's like way bigger gambles too in that way. Like you're saying, because of long, basically. Long is just so far away from everything else. Yeah. So it's like 3 long, but if you leave mid wide open, then if the T's want to take it, then that's a huge problem that you have to deal with. So yeah, and the thing is that the focus of A is all about taking long and then cat control and making sure as a CT you hold on to one of those 2 things. So there's gambles back and forth, and some of it's based on tendencies, some of it's based on reads, some of it's just because you are better at holding long than cat, so you always like favor long, or if you're a T, the reverse. And yeah, there's just tons of gambles that happen all the time, whether it's 2 inside B, 1 on the left side of mid or the right side of mid, which is a big deal if it's going to be a double cat setup. I like to see there's some interesting USP strategies. We saw ENCE do one that was like kind of the best CT setup that I think exists, where you get 2 people on cat, you spot mid from cat, and then you have one who might be spotting long, and this is kind of a similar situation. Somebody's got a lot of ground to make up, but they aren't peeking him, so he does get away safely. The problem is that now he's in CT spawn, and he would love to be up on site. Yeah.
Well, there's the boost. They actually boosted one player early to cat as well, so TYLOO have the info this isn't a split, at least for now. We see it as a backing off, but probably just to catch a late rotate through the T spawn if there was one. But TYLOO a very heavy setup on this A side. 4 players, Jacob with the entry. Bomber has been spotted, so full rotate can come through, but it's a 2 for 2. Make that 3 as Jacob finds all of them. Bomb can go down as well. There's a close player in the form of Summer, but he's hoping for a gamble jump shot. Unless he can creep up, and he can. He gets himself 1. Jacob's still on the site. They know it as well. Az is going to late lurk short, but Attacker was watching it, so
Ace it.
Jacob looking for 5.
Yike.
See ya.
You have been granted 1 yike.
Renegades love a 4K on a pistol round and then lose.
That's
don't they?
true. Yeah, the Renegade special. Not something you want to be known for, though. Good attempt, man. Would have loved to see him get that. That was pretty fantastic stuff. It was the J-Cam pain train up long. And there were good counter flashes from TYLOO, but no one actually pushed through the smokes, which were kind of funny. I think maybe they were trying to get into better positions on the site itself, but they did have 2 there and then 1 on the fast cat. And it basically came down to Jacob winning all the duels for his teammates, who were all very close. So good spacing from the Renegades, good push on the site, good plant as well, and that's afforded them this kind of like half buy. Jacob's got an AK.
Yeah, hero buy. And if you notice, JKS, he's got armor with a Glock. I imagine we're going to see him stay back at the back of the squad, and if Jacob goes down, we're going to see that AK thrown over. So I like that game plan from Renegades, right? Because too often do you see these rounds where you have 1 AK and the rest is pretty much useless, right? And then the AK walks out, dies straight away, and then, oh, well, the round's lost. But now at least they have that to fall back on in the form of JKS.
You can always kind of lead the snake with the AK, and everybody can try to follow suit. He's going to look for an entry, and just as you mentioned, they're very tight behind him. Good positions from TYLOO on A.
And not even peeking as well. Finally checking his execute, but he's just trying to bait them in. They will check the corner, but unarmored means Bentet chopping block, and he's got his knife out. 3 kills.
Oh, Jacob.
Jacob's going to find both with the AK, and Jacob's now, the other player who stayed alive, got armor and grabbed himself a gun to play with as well. This is very much winnable for the Renegades. Summer, once again, up close in CT. They're not going to be ready for this pace, and he catches one off guard. Jacob, he's got to do it again, but this time 1 step more. That ace needs to happen here. Spammed up from short, and the jump from somebody will close out the round from TYLOO. So close, but yet so far. Renegades, they get a bomb plant, they get the money, but they don't get the round.
He gave it his best shot. He did a lot of work with it. That's money in the bank for the Renegades. He makes up some of the money he spent on the AK, which is huge. They get the bomb plant, which is a boon for everybody's money. Yeah, he's up to 4750. So even though he spent down to like $600, he's got more than enough to buy up once again. So definitely worthwhile in every sense of the world. Every sense of the phrase. They have they don't have the op, but it didn't seem like they wanted to have one in the first place. Otherwise, Gratisfaction would have saved up a bit more money for Augs in play for TYLOO. And Summer's going to hang on to his UMP. That's not too bad of a position. Again, a situation where there's just not a lot of ops.
Well, and the danger is if Renegades win this round, that's breaking TYLOO's money straight away. They're instantly onto, an eco or a force. The thing is, I'm still trying to work out this new money. It's so weird using the same money system for so many years and now just flipping it.
Almost 20 years.
Yeah, wow.
Oh, actually, it did change a bit.
Yeah, we've had...
There's the round changes. Well, we won't get into that. It is such a stark contrast from anything in CSGO for the most part. And there was also the pistol changes, which have changed slightly. overall, I think we played some CS, tried to grind it out, figure out what was going on with the money. But we'll see if the effects come. We'll talk about them.
Yeah.
Excurate moving up with the AUG. Molotov doing a lot more damage than it probably should, and it pushes JKS into the position Excurate wanted him to go to, which was forward.
Renegades have 4 players still on the catwalk. They still want to go for this A play. Excurate forced back by the Molotov, and they will get control of the site, at least for now, but 3 players very, very close. Quintet finds one great shot from Azza. That bomb can even get afforded to be planted here, but it's been dropped. They've got to run back to retrieve it, and Azza will try and do that. He'll get it eventually. And this is when TYLOO back off. They disengage, try and set up for that retake instead. They've got the kit and utility. Nice nade as well.
That was nice. That must have been like a right and left click.
Yeah.
Or is like a pulled back.
Actually, it's from deep CT though, so probably
yeah,
a
maybe,
left click.
Yeah, could have been that.
Oh, look at this flank though. JKS, he's coming in at just the right time. They've got their back turned. They are none the wiser, and great spray. The issue is both of his teammates have fallen on the site at the same time, and he's got to run right back up Cat to try and stop that bomb from being defused. But the kit is in CT spawn, so somebody, surely no chance to win this round. He's got to stick it. And he's going to go for it now, but you bet your bottom dollar JKS will peek it. 3 kills for him, and Renegades will win that round. Great attempt from TYLOO, but JKS at the flank in CT is going to be the winning deal.
Really thought that JKS was going to come out, peek CT, get the 1 kill, and then get traded out.
Yeah.
And then I was like, whoa, he's the last person alive. He needs to get those kills. He gets both of them and makes it back in time. The bomb's planted for him, so it's a perfect play, really. Goes ahead and clears out Cat. That's the one risk he took in the round. Once you get off Cat, you're like, all right, I'm getting a free kill for sure.
Yeah.
So the first one is a little bit belabored, but he ended up making it 2, and now TYLOO are saving. So 2 scouts, a couple of pistols, an MP9 for the CTs, and they attempted to get frisky at long, but as soon as they saw the flashes come out, they've decided to rocket back to Cat. And they know they can do this somewhat safely because Renegades have to have committed a certain amount of players here to take long control. So they're now comfortably nested up on Cat, and the T's have traded for position. JKS might be able to spot somebody, but I can't tell if there's a boost going on or if they're just standing there out in the open.
Oh, this Cat aggression might catch out that one mid lurk. JKS is dead. And that's a gun taken as well. That's a big pickup for TYLOO, considering they can go for this retake, potentially 5-on-4, make that 4-on-3, because Excurate did find 1 shot off with his scout before he dropped. That bomb also getting dropped, needs to be picked up, because TYLOO are close by the smoke, attempting another boost, and all he has, he spots it, just gets away with his life as well. He's got Azaz to cover him, but he's too busy focused on long, which is not a point of contention here for TYLOO at the moment. And okay! Shot through the car. Dear, oh dear. Jump is not going to work. Jacob catches him. 2-on-3 and low HP on Liaz. Jacob's got to win another fight. He cannot. It's alone on the site with the Galil.
Oh
Great shot from Attacker. What a round from TYLOO. Where did that come from?
Yeah, that got a little bit ugly at the end. With the Cat, the spray, standing out in the open. Getting shot through the car was pretty nice.
Yeah.
Azur, I don't think he popped the head out at all.
No. Just a gamble.
It was like a test shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that barrel shouldn't have been sticking out either because he was deep by the second window. So that is, that's a complete random shot from Summer. But if anything saves the round for TYLOO there, that's the biggest kill of the entire round, I think. Because Azza is able to cut down both those CT players, surely, after that smoke phase.
And yeah, as you mentioned, there was no one actually facing long. So he wouldn't have been caught out in the position if someone swung long on him. And if they came up the ramp, that's exactly what he wanted to. He just wanted to pick up good timing to do so. But that puts Renegades on it's still a buy. It's just not as good. They have a CZ, they've got a scout. It's a similar buy to what we saw from TYLOO last round. And kind of a similar Cat setup, I want to say. No, it's actually just 1 here, Excurate, no op. But peeking around Cat. Close mid is cleared out for the Renegades, and they can move forward with the round. Clearly looks like a mid to B of sorts. As smoke seems to be going out to left side mid as well.
We've seen a lot of teams start to do that more and more recently. North are doing it a hell of a lot earlier versus NRG when they did play this map. And I like this. It's confusing TYLOO. They don't know how many players are in middle. They're cut off from both sides. Now, Summer's spotting from the doors, but flash through might be perfect. Az is still in that smoke, but he's got a few more seconds before it fades and might be able to creep up with the attention taken away from Renegades. They're running through the tunnels. Attacker at the back of the site. The flash finally wears off, but he won't be able to get the kill. 4-on-3 here as Renegades get that bomb down.
Gotta like that strat. There was a perfect 3-2 from TYLOO, so... Oh, and yeah, okay, just wanted to make sure the round is over. That could have made a difference potentially, but it is a B retake after all. But really like the strat, and one of the things I love, I mean, the things have to fall into place. Like, all the pieces have to fall into place in the sense that everybody has to stay alive. If you want to take a strat that's, like, replicable, like that one. So they got the 2 smokes, 1 on the left, 1 on the right. There's 5 alive for TYLOO, and then Renegades basically dry run a mid to B. So you could do that anytime 5v5, and it should be just as good, and I think that's exactly what Renegades wanted. I think it was Summer who killed Azur, who was trying to split mid by himself. I'm a big proponent of splitting mid with 1 person and not having too many people go out mid, because I feel like you have the most chances to die randomly, getting shot through the mid to B smoke, people boosted up on the boxes, and then people who peek out the window on the door. It's like, if they want outside of mid to B control, then let them have it, and instead focus on tunnel, force your way in, because once you're in the site from that perspective, you only have to look to your right for the most part from the tunnel, and then the retake is so much more difficult. So they shoot Summer in the back after he trades out Azur, and that leaves 1 person in B to hold versus 4 of the Renegades.
And more strong flashbangs for Renegades. That's something that we talked about back on Inferno, especially in the first half. They're really good at blinding their opponents, and well, the 1 player on the site was blind for so long, it seemed. I mean, the reason that close left mid smoke is really nice as well is if TYLOO are trying to contest middle and they're not just spotting from the doors, it does dissuade anyone from fighting close mid. You know, when you're fighting on the edge of a smoke, it's not always beneficial for you. They do bloom sometimes randomly. Somebody close on short, unarmored and already picked off. It's going to be Renegades creeping their way up catwalk. And 1 player on the corner here. It is execute with an AK as well, so
he's not
certainly
anybody.
Dangerous, but yeah, they're aware of it. No. Get out.
Maybe they forgot about me. It was a thought crossing his mind, potentially. Congregation of T's at mid, and there's 1 left side. That's Summer hugging the door. Clasping his mouse, and actually going ahead and pushing through. Wow. Taking a great liberty here. He's going to be on a fast flank. But it's not really a flank if nobody's in front, I guess. Like, you've got to kind of have the pincer move.
Ooh.
Never mind.
Well, it worked out for 1.
Snapped his head off. Nice pistol kill.
That's all you can really hope for. Unarmored PT-50.
But it's just like, you know that if you don't put any threat, like, if you don't put an expected threat in the path that the team is going to go through, I'm making this sound way more complicated than it is.
I know what you mean, though.
Team's going up on cat, you'd expect to see someone on site. If no one's there, then you're looking for the flank.
They're going to check.
And something like a flank, which has the connotation of being overpowered or like, will grant you a kill or be able to get someone off guard, just loses all of that value, really.
It's a really nice shot, though.
It was fantastic. And if he didn't hit that first bullet, he probably would have just gotten killed. So TYLOO don't win the round. They at least retain 2. 2 down for the Renegades as well. Kill shared amongst the players who live. Jacob doing his best JKS impression.
Wow.
12-4 already.
And so start for Liaz as well, 0-5.
Yeah, sucked up all his power.
I mean, we had that previous map at least for like Grap, right? He was 1-6, 1-7 for a while, but the difference is, I guess this one's close, at least for now, 3-3. It's not exactly the dominant start that Renegades brought back on Inferno, but not a problem so far, considering TYLOO did get that pistol and Renegades have recovered well since. It's a tactical pause for the Aussies.
And but maybe we'll see some of the gambles that we were talking about pre-match about if they'll take long control or if they'll try to rocket up cat quickly, bust out mid. And if TYLOO want to overstack, we saw them come in, peek long, evacuate quickly, and fall back on cat control more than once in this half. And if that's the case, they could do that. You just got to be comfortable holding cat, which I think for a lot of teams is a lot scarier than trying to hold long. Most teams leaving 1 in pit's not so bad. 2 on cat, you're kind of in a nade dump.
Ooh, well, no nades on long here because Renegades are just bursting at the smoke on the corner and 2 kills behind it.
That's not going to work out too well.
No.
If long control goes like that.
I mean, they didn't even have the spawn for that long cross either, but look at this flank. It's so close by. Somebody does catch them, but the issue is you really like to get that first kill when you're through the second part of the doors because now Renegades, they can just cut it off. They can just leave him. The issue is they are contained on long, cut off from the site as well. Somebody going to back off, but Liaz definitely hears this. The issue is, oh, despite the jump, you can't hit the shot.
Yeah, so now they have info. 2 players there. They got the push on B. This is interesting. Somebody doesn't know that there's so many players up on long, and he's making a lot of noise. Yeah, kind of has been for the last 20 or so seconds, and the last player on A has been spotted. Renegades are not going to assume that there's another one on the site.
They've left a bomb, though. Even if they get this kill to attacker, Bentet's flank is going to be there in time. Now, does he spot it? Will he check his right side? Because if he does, that's a lot of information. First kill there. But he doesn't know. He could be playing this differently. It doesn't matter. 2 kills anyway. He's going to go back for the fight. He doesn't need to.
He didn't know.
Oh, dear.
I wonder if if it popped up on radar when it wasn't in vision because he was close to it. Because it was around the wall, so I'm not sure if the bomb...
No, it wouldn't. I doubt he would have seen that.
Yeah,
you need to have the bomb in your... Not even just peripheral, in your vision.
Cone, right?
Yeah,
okay.
So
right.
he just definitely didn't know. And that's why he's not expecting such a close player on long, because they're running back to chase him because there's 40 seconds. Maybe Renegades don't know that he doesn't know the bomb's there. So they're thinking, okay, we got to go and get this kill now before he just plays the time.
Yeah, it's one of those situations. Like, what is this kid doing?
Yeah.
Why is he coming here?
Oh dear. A great try nonetheless. It gets 2 out of 3.
He gave it his best shot. Yeah, he put in all the elbow grease available. AK, you thought that was funny?
Yeah. What is elbow grease?
Elbow grease? You know what? I gotta check because I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah. It's a 3-on-3, and there is an AK that's been picked up, but it's also been peppered down in a long distance spray from Liaz.
TYLOO really just hoping for anything here. They could just save this AK, but may as well go for a couple of pot shots. Nothing connecting. Summer's very, very close, or at least he was, but quick shot from Gratisfaction gets rid of him, and Azza will catch that late lurk from Excurate. The gun dropped, and Renegades, they keep up this T-side streak. 5 rounds now. Yep,
then it was TYLOO with the pistol, and the very clean anti-eat goes after, so it's a pretty good comeback so far from the Renegades. I don't know what kind of money TYLOO has right now. If they're saving or not. No, they're not saving. They didn't spend all their money, but they got a very healthy buy. They got a very healthy buy. Okay, 1 flash out to long to try to bait TYLOO because they know TYLOO are scared because they lost long decisively on that previous round. And
TYLOO are not scared.
Oof. Shots missed, but the info is there. Attacker's in a tough spot, and he might have eaten his team's flash there. Look at these chain flashes. These are fantastic.
But doesn't matter. He recovers well from it. 2 kills, and that long flank is already there. So Renegades, while they don't know it, they're getting boxed in. A bomb yet to cross to the site, but they finally get the kill. The nade.
Ooh, that's a nade.
That could be perfect. It is. Bentet put down to 40. Very, very awkward timing. This flank is now going to start to make the difference, but Liaz has crept back to keep an eye on it. Is he aware? Somebody's sneaking, not making noise, but he should be able to check this angle and get away with a kill. Oh, Liaz just missing the spray. Somebody tagged up still, but now Renegades, they've got to worry about their backline. The smoke is there, but you know that somebody's going to go through it. And Gratisfaction's on the other side. 1 for him. Needs 2 more to win the round. And a repeat from the edge. He finds himself Bentet. It's just Excurate who drops on the bomb. And Gratisfaction just playing with his food here. Wraps the left side of the smoke. Excurate doesn't spot it. He still thinks he's inside it. And Gratisfaction, hook, line, and sinker, wins the round.
That is a clutch and a half. Very nicely done. He knew he had about a second and a half before the threat of window and door were too imminent, and if anybody had delayed through that smoke long enough, he'd have to turn his attention away, and then he probably dies. And there's a million ways for him to die in that clutch. He takes all the appropriate risks. Very nicely done, and seals up the 1v3, makes it look like math, you know, which is really cool to watch. So TYLOO, after that, have been wiped of all of their cash, are down to CZs on this half buy. Yeah, they held on to long control. It's true that they weren't scared, even though the flash came out. The feign was there, and that's good. You know, it's a good sign.
Well, the thing is, they had the AWP scoped, right? 1 flash came through and nothing came from it, so you can assume that that's just a fake play from Renegades, right? Hoping that, you know, maybe there's just a pit player who doesn't commit to the fight, but either way, it didn't make a difference. TYLOO, as you say, just on pistols. That, no. The backpack sticks out, mate. Oh! You also can't shoot the backpack because
that hasn't worked for years.
No, if you look into short, you're more concealed. You're still not concealed. You're more concealed. That is, yeah.
That's very funny.
It's not gonna work.
That's great. Yeah. I remember. I mean, I feel like old dust2 was a little bit deeper, so you could actually use it. On this one, you just look stupid.
Especially with the backpack. I hate the backpack on the CT model.
Get rid of the backpack.
Yeah, why is it there?
No one cares. We don't play this game for the realism.
Well, the thing is, if you shot someone in the backpack as well, right? Like that's gonna knock them over.
They'd probably fall. Yeah, they'd probably fall.
They at least lose their ammo and their nades.
I mean, I guess.
There we go.
I have
you
no
shoot
idea
someone's
what it would.
backpacks, they lose all their nades.
Does it?
There we
I mean, does the bullet just go right through, or does it like tag you and bring you with it, or what happens? I don't know about bullet physics in real life.
Right, strap on a backpack.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
And then you have the gun?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not sure I want to be part of this experiment.
No faith.
Would you be comfortable?
With you shooting a backpack that I'm wearing?
Just saying.
Absolutely not.
Oh, well.
I don't blame you
I
for
thought
not
we were
being
friends,
either.
Hugo.
Yeah, nothing tests a friendship like a gunshot.
Okay.
Double orb.
2 ops. Yep. I mean, some of these rounds, they do no ops, so this was a good adjustment. This is a good adjustment when you don't know what's going wrong. You just ease up on the rotations. Gratisfaction will have to hit a shot in the half if somebody peeks under his scope. I don't know if that's going to happen. Excurate kind of has the balls to go for this. Standard defaults. They've got to do a lot of scouting, and it'll probably cost them a death. But it's going to be interesting to see what the adjustment is.
That's a tag, actually.
Are they both at mid? Oh my gosh, the ops are both here.
Dear, oh dear.
I mean, like, so this means A is so weak, even though they have 2 ops.
Wait, look at this push.
Yeah.
Where's that come from? He's got bombed. Flick missed from Gratisfaction, but Tet's going to get a second chance of life. He runs right back. Doesn't even get touched by the Molotov. Definitely shouldn't have got away with that one.
Such an awkward round. Yeah, again, the ops are in the best positions ever. It's 2 Augs now holding down long, and somebody's going to go ahead and get another kill.
It is just a mop-on right now. They've even pushed the B tunnels. Attackers lower B, and Renegades, they were not given the room to make any sort of play there.
Okay, Bentet dies to the flick. Then they go up cat. There's 1 Aug at A. There's 2 ops at mid. The round's over.
Yeah.
They can't rotate. They can't help. They can't go cat because that's where the T's just came from.
Yeah, that was a mess.
Yeah, it was a mess. It's just strange to have the 2 ops, I guess, where they were, but maybe they had the plan to have Excurate like flex early, go to A, play car, something like that.
I mean, it doesn't matter when you're running both orbs in mid, but when you're running a double orb for the first time and the enemies don't know, I love it when one of those orbs takes an early fight, like takes an immediate fight, whether that be long, whether that be B, whether that be mid.
Yeah.
Because then Renegades, they're going to go, okay, they got the orb here, let's bypass that and go somewhere and run into another orb.
Yeah.
So doesn't matter because TYLOO put both in the same position.
And the craziest part of it all is they had 2 rifles pushing.
Yeah.
2 rifles pushing when they have the 2 ops. They have like the most dangerous buy in the sense that it costs them so much if they lose and they give up an op to the other team, etc. And they run the risk of sending their pawns forward almost. So kind of scary, but again, they did win the round, so economically they come out fine. And Renegades here on this round, they have got pick control. This is classic dust2 stuff. They've got 1 in lower, 3 to trail out late. Interesting to see that, well, I guess they don't necessarily know that TYLOO have 2 ops. They heard 1 last round, but I don't know if they heard 2 at once.
Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, it was just the rifles getting the kills, so maybe. We'll see. This Renegade's going for this long play. Somebody's on the site. Side by side with one of those 2 AWPs. It's going to be Excurate. That smoke lands close. Excurate goes above. And will he go beyond? There's a player at the back of long. Almost hits a shot. Gratisfaction definitely saw him there. Molotov's in position, but Gratisfaction going to hit the shot onto somebody instead. Now, will they expect another one from the same position? That's a no. But Excurate gives it away with the scope, and he won't hit the shot as well. Jacob and JKS both finding a kill apiece, and with 10 seconds left, the bomb plant comes in.
Pretty impressive that they were able to get all the way up long versus the op. And when we look at it, it just seems like somebody didn't have a chance to shoot, but and there it is. The second op makes presence. Renegades takes it out. 5 kills for them. TYLOO, enough money to buy up again. If they want to indulge in their double op habit, they can go for it. It's an expensive one, but they're still entitled. They did win one of their only rifle rounds with it. They go ahead and purchase 2 ops again.
Why not?
You know, it is, you know, again, it is a more forgiving economy, so pulling off stuff like this makes sense.
I mean, they just got reset, right? Like, what would have been a reset? So
yeah.
The fact they were able to, have 6K in the bank, still have a full buy with 2,900 loss. That's pretty good, or 3,400 loss.
Only in 2019.
Yeah. Big money TYLOO here, but not for long. They've got to follow up with another round or they're back to pistols.
I wonder. I doubt Renegades will expect them to buy 2 ops again, so it might still be viable. The thing is, mid to B is probably going to be the best option in this situation, as opposed to going A. But even though Renegades had the knowledge of the op and maybe 2 ops last round, they decided to go long. So we'll see. They've kept TYLOO on their toes. TYLOO are in the 3-2 appropriately, and they have 1 op on the site. And some are in B. This is kind of what I expected the initial op setup to be, so let's see how it plays out. Renegades don't seem to be playing with mid or have any intention of going there right now.
They've been pretty lax on long as well when it comes to late rounds, right? If Renegades don't burst long within the first 20 seconds, they probably don't touch it. So TYLOO don't have to worry about it, at least for now. Somebody has got his eyes peeled. But this is the cat play once again for the Aussies. Smokes up and the bombs here as well, but they will be backing off. It's going to be that fake. I like this. They've already got 1 man in tunnels to hold for the push. And there it is. Summer gets caught moving through the window. There's both B picks and Renegades. They're going to win the round just off of that.
That's it.
You know, this is when you slow down, you get the bomb down, and you've already picked up your 9th.
Yeah, and they did make it seem like they were poised for a cat take, but they instead threw the deep CT smoke. But they had both sides up and ready to go. Tried to isolate a player in CT. There was no one there, but still, the 3-2 setup was just as vulnerable. And again, with mid wide open, it at least allows TYLOO to win if potentially if they go A, and again, save if it is a B split. The problem is they love this double op setup, so I don't know if that's going to affect anything moving into this next round. It'll be more risky than anything else to pull the 3-2 off. Summer gets caught off guard with the op in window, just rifled down basically. And Renegades here are on the hunt. This round's not over.
Yeah, how heavy will they chase, or how many men will they commit to this? Asa has dropped that AWP. Tech should be able to pick it up, but Liaz is just decked in. They're not going to check this right corner, and there's the trade just in time. Renegades, they lose a lot of men, but they kill a lot of men as well. That's a 3 for 3.
Yeah, an eye for an eye, and you win the round.
Yeah, that's an eye for an eye, but you've got 2 eyes, and the other person's already blind. So, no, the other person already had 1 eye. So, you've traded one of yours, and now they're fully blind. That's what they've done. Man,
that explanation made me feel like I was trying to understand the new economy system. What's the takeaway?
TYLOO are blind, and Renegades have 1 eye.
Okay, so TYLOO are fully blind, and Renegades are half blind. And I think we're into the weeds with this one. So
yeah, we should definitely quit while we're behind.
It's really yeah. Let's cut our losses here.
Those odds are unreal. 1.01 for Renegades. Not that that surprises me.
Oh, there's like a live updating?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's a match winner, so...
Okay.
Certainly looking that way. TYLOO put to pistols on round number 14. Ooh. And the issue is, like, Renegades guaranteed, not guaranteed, but almost guaranteed 10 here on the half.
Feels like it, for sure.
Another strong T side.
Interesting to bring that up. Trying to draw storylines here.
Don't be silly. Just coincidental words.
Yeah,
anything in the right order.
Anything is possible. Hugo Byron. 4 CTs. Hold up on A. Kind of all different elevations. And Renegades go B. I mean, I think based on the game plan that we've seen, why not just have variations of going B every single round? Try to isolate. Ooh. It's so easy to get a flex rotate. And Jacob's got a lot to chew off. He's already missed a prime opportunity. Can't get that first kill. So at least gives his team a lot of info. So he goes ahead, gets 1. They get an AK for it. Next round, they can buy a potentially whatever they want again, maybe, I think.
Yeah.
So we'll see if they do double ops one more time. The issue is that if they do double ops, even whatever setup they have right now, they're going to be so easily swayed into playing a 3A setup. I think Renegades have shown that they, first of all, have very detailed fakes for pulling out the mid to B, and then there's straight up mid to B, the one with the 2 smokes on either side, hasn't been stopped either. And for that reason, the door is wide open.
Well, 10 rounds is just seconds away as Summer looks for an exit kill, tries to grab a gun. I mean, he can die and still buy him next round, so it's not a huge issue, but won't be too tantalizing. He'll just hold on to it. And here we go. Last round of the half.
They're doing it.
Last chance, double orb, as you say, once again brought up for TYLOO. They've got everything, pretty much.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I'm always so curious when I see this. Like, it gives you a window into the mind of the team. You know, they do something that you predict, and then you're like, all right, well, so what's their plan right now? How are they going to do it differently from the way they did it previously? And how are the Renegades going to scout this out? Are they going to anticipate that TYLOO are going to invest into this one more time? They probably know they have the money for it.
Both orbs in middle again.
And they were boosting each other?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then they got off pretty quickly.
Okay.
Doesn't matter though, someone gets a kill. Bomb is dropped in middle. Renegades, they are setting up very fast on A. Drop to CT. This is great considering both orbs are here, but he's actually bypassed one of them. Now, does execute? No. Summer certainly does. He's got his eyes trained. Asa gets one. Flash through the smoke, but fully blind. The shot's hit with the orb. Execute saves the day in a 4-on-1. His teammates also coming up clutch for some kills, and that bomb has been left in mid. Jacob's making a lot of noise. He's hoping for a couple of fights to go his way, but Bentet will shut down the round. Teammates with TYLOO, everyone shows up, but is it enough?
I don't know. I mean, they do move into the T side. It's not too bad. It's a manageable scoreline. It's dust2, so I can't think of a better situation to foster a comeback, Hugo.
We almost saw it back on Inferno.
That's true.
That's what they've got to remember. Any game is still winnable. Just don't let anyone ace the pistol.
That's a big deal, especially if it's the Renegades. Yeah, I think you know there's something there, but certainly Renegades are going to be happy to play on this round. This last round was just so weird.
Yeah.
Somebody died pushing into B. There was the cat play. It seemed like if Renegades didn't get opted mid there, they got up cat. Then they knew what TYLOO were trying to do. That similar setup where they had like the op at mid, or two ops, I guess, if they had that info. But kind of unclear. I get so much FOMO when I hear the ticking, and I'm like, I want to know what people are saying.
I thought that was a countdown. It was going every second.
Oh, is it?
Well, obviously not, because we haven't switched over, but yeah, I guess it's good halves, maybe.
It's very GM.
Well,
Good mannered.
okay,
You normally hear
no.
BM.
Yeah, I've not heard that one. No one uses it. It's more BM. Well, back we go into the second half. As on the kit, plenty of utility for TYLOO. See what the game plan is, because pistol is almost a necessity to win this game. At least try and get back into it. Fast boost up cat. We saw TYLOO do the same thing on their CT side, but to no avail. Kratos faction also met with no one on cat. It's almost an identical round. TYLOO have taken long.
Yeah. I mean, I love the setup for the USPs. You only need one guy at long spotting. This is even safer than when somebody was like up at the corner, had to run all the way back. And then the cat presence is nice because they have total info on mid. They've got a fast rotate up mid, up on the cat if they do spot this. No one's actually moved a muscle quite yet.
Yeah, Molly on car. Clearing out some positions as Liaz is playing very, very passive. TYLOO may be scared of closer angles. Smoke towards the spawn as well. And flashes through. Asa might try and pop his teammates into this gunfight before the bomb goes down. Liaz, he's not going to be able to get anything done. The boost up is there. Will they be able to catch a planter? Somebody's got the bomb on the site and does actually see JKS there. Falls off the top of the boost. Now Glocks can just spam through the smoke, but still no kills being found. This is a very slow round considering how close these players are. Summer's found another, and Asa has finally done something from the CT spawn, but it's too little, too late, it seems. 2 on 4. TYLOO getting aggressive in the post plant, and while that shot is hit, maybe this is a reality for Renegades. Maybe it's doable, but with this long crossfire as well, it's going to make things very hard for Asa, who's already tagged up. Oh, top of the head shown. Attacker giving the fight, but he doesn't need to considering his teammates back on long. However, he finishes it off. 6 rounds to TYLOO.
Pretty messy. A lot of shots missed both ways. TYLOO come out ahead. They get in the sight. Some Renegades seem to have so many opportunities where like head pops up, they know where it's going to happen. They just miss the shot. And they have USP, so there's not really a big... There's not a lot of excuses they have or they can go to for that. But anyways, Renegades have a strong lead still. They go ahead and buy up into what should have been an eco round 2 scouts for them. And we'll see how they split up the scopes. Anti-ecos usually consist of a lot of scout shots being hit at long because long is prime real estate for the Ts. But that might be a bit too obvious. And we'll see if TYLOO are going to reroute or if they'll go back to basics and attempt maybe just a timing at long. The later you wait, usually, the more desolate long becomes. It's very common for CTs to start out with 3, but then you can't actually have 3 there for the whole round. You're just way too far away from everything else. So sometimes all you have to do is wait. And wait they shall.
Just got to hope they don't walk into B late round because Jacob's close up with a shotgun. Liaz gets aggressive on short with that smoke as well, but he's got to worry about the top of middle where they're starting to peer past the barrels. Doesn't matter. It's a shot. Not bad.
More of that.
Oh no, this is going to send TYLOO packing into B, isn't it? And Renegades more than ready if that is the case. Attacker goes back up the catwalk. Somehow he's just got tagged in the tunnels by that shotgun, I think it was. Oh no, I think it was a scout in the back of the site. So JKS does a lot of damage, scaring TYLOO back. They are not getting on top of these jewels right now, despite having the better weaponry. They will just creep out through middle, but only one smoke left up, and it's yet to go down. Finally landing the spawn, but JKS gets aggressive in close mid. He'll find one. The trade is there, but still a 4-on-3 with one player on 3 HP. The boost is up, and Jacob's got aggressive. Those are some much-needed kills from TYLOO, but with 20 seconds left, Jacob won't check the corner, and the entries are working out. That bomb is still dropped, though.
And the smoke, it's going to go up soon. Yep. Oh, a small opportunity, and a head popping up. Summer's low on HP, but because he's playing with this headshot angle, he's at an advantage. Well done. I mean, they saved their skin. It was close. Great
recovery, considering not only a 5-on-4 with only a 30 seconds left, but Renegades with a very heavy setup in middle and B. But hey, TYLOO, they hit the shots, they win the round. But
yeah, I mean, they didn't do anything too bad. Like, they did get destroyed by Liaz's Deagle.
Yeah.
You know, so that was just a nice shot. That's a tough one. I think it was also their smoke that helped them peak, so maybe they should have had better cat control in that situation, not let them up like that. But anyways, they recover, and Attacker has got a MAC-10 too, so they're being prudent. They're going to try to rack up as much money as possible. Flash goes wide, but it doesn't really matter. The pistols come out ahead. They'll recover just the MAC-10, so that's the scouting weapon, and now the CTs know.
Oh, got to be careful you don't give any more away. Renegades are on the hunt here. They are chasing down with these SMGs.
That's the bomb fighting.
Oh yeah, Molly's there, but they're going to run right through it. Liaz gets one. That's it. That's a USP round. 2 kills is pretty decent.
Yeah, they'll take those any day. 2 rounds the difference, and here it is, the comeback that you've been talking about all game, Hugo. It's really coming into full effect at the moment.
Don't get ahead of yourselves.
Well, I'm not the one who wrote the story. What's the CT game plan? So again, comparing and contrasting here. It's going to be like 1 op. JKS assumes it's just going to drop. Oh, it's 2. There it is. Mirror matchup.
I like that.
Yeah.
First rifle round, double AWP. TYLOO definitely will not expect that, that's for sure. He's close in middle, but he's got the support of JKS, Summer.
It seemed like Azur was just going to get blasted,
yeah.
And then JKS totally had his back.
Ooh, desperation play from TYLOO, though. They just run into B. No flash, no smoke, and no chance for Jacob, who only finds a single kill. TYLOO do own the site, but it doesn't look like it with them playing hidden behind the corner. We've got the molly and the smoke finally going down, and that should allow for this bomb plant. But in a 2-on-4, Renegades, I was going to say, should be able to get this one done, but Azur's going to get caught, and now 2 of the weapons left are AWPs.
Yeah, you probably want to make that a 2v4 if possible. You're retaking B. It's only the hardest site in the game to retake. Oh my god, JKS hit him twice through the door.
The favor is returned, though. Lots of damage back. Gratisfaction's on 1 HP, but JKS swings wide, and Renegades will get that round. Both AWPs saved.
I think JKS hit him on the right door and then the left door as well with the op. Just complete wall bangs.
4 kills as well.
Nasty. Yeah, he kept peeking in the door on interval and getting those op shots off. Really sick stuff. Let's see if he does that. Oh, this is just the previous round's eco. A blast from the past.
Throwback. Is it Thursday?
It depends what country, I think, at this point. No, probably not.
Saturday, no.
It's not a single country.
It's Thursday, no.
But I mean, if the Earth was flat, then maybe. Like, then.
It had to be really long, though.
That's right, yeah.
Well, it would be longer if it was flat.
Yeah.
What would happen at
Is
the end?
that stupid? I think that's stupid because, no, that's stupid. I think that's dumb.
I mean, yeah, because then
not that the Earth is flat. We already know that.
How would it rotate, right? Because time works with the sun and the rotation of the Earth. If it's flat, it's not going to rotate the same way. Surely all of it will... No, okay, let's move on. I don't like this conversation.
I'm pulling you down with me.
Yeah.
I love this. Okay.
You and your dance conspiracies.
Good start. Ooh, I mean, that was a pretty nice peek by Bentep, but an even better shot from Gratisfaction.
He was so ready for that molly as well. Already had the smoke primed after getting the kill, or the shot rather.
Look how comfortable he is, just dancing up on the car.
Oh, he may be very uncomfortable though. Flash is there, and they actually use it to get into pit, not to take the fight instead. Probably a safe option. You want to play that headshot angle, especially up against an AWP. There's not much room for error here. And I like how Execute's not peeking. They've got that for later in the round. And even though Gratisfaction's not double scoped, he's not going to be ready for it. But there is the information.
Playing with fire.
Yeah, careful there.
Oh. 3 slow walking up cat, but there's 2 here on defense and an off for long. Pretty solid setup. Harder than it looks, potentially.
Yeah, that was dangerous as well. The bomb was the first player down, so Bentet just dodging that bullet. Gratisfaction won't miss again, though, and the pistol's out. 1 HP, if only he knew. Luckily, the flank is there, and Renegades have picked it up, 12-8. That comeback is certainly not looking good right now for TYLOO, and their money isn't either.
No, for sure. One hell of a round from Gratisfaction.
Yeah.
Nice movement around the car, good opening kill. Ton of damage dealt, almost was offered up a third at the end. TYLOO are, they're in a really tough spot. 2K apiece on 4 players, and Bentek can buy. He could potentially get an AK, a similar buy to the one Renegades had. They did a lot of damage, but you're shaking your head. It's probably not worthwhile. There's some money to chew through. To be honest, I mean, all the CTs don't have much money.
Have we seen an AWP on the T side? I don't think we have for TYLOO. Because we've seen lots of AWPs for the CT sides this map. But
That's true.
Really in this second half. And,
Seems like it's less favored. I wonder if people have done the math on just like, you know, because you can get so many more ops. That also just means you can get so many more buys if you don't buy ops. So it might be less of a favor towards those guns, especially on the T side.
That's why I would like Bentet to save, though. Drop that over next round. Actually have a chance for Execute to show us what he's got on this second half.
That's true, yeah.
I mean, not that we really saw too much AWPing on
you don't
the
really want
Execute
on your team unless you give him an op. Like, that's why you hired him. He's so good with it. Yeah, it's a fair point.
Well, Bentet's gone for the Deeg with some flashbangs, and they're just going to be going for the fast cat play. Grat here on the other side with the AWP. He can get a shot, drop off, molly the corner. And that's exactly what he'll do. Flash is good, though. Actually, the molly doesn't go down, so Azza, he's got to win this fight. Drop into CT spawn. Somebody finds one. Same story for Summer, and the orb has been picked up, and it's doing damage as well. Luckily enough, Liaz is there to bail the Renegades out, and Jacob is still close in middle, but somebody is somewhat away. Seen him. He's creeping in, and he's crawling for one more. The bomb has also fallen down, so he can pick that up and double back to B.
Yeah, this is interesting because Liaz was about to go on a big flank, but instead is walking his way back. I don't know if it's understood that somebody doesn't have the bomb. I'm wondering why he's camping out at long. He's trying to make a read, but he could have made it back to middle. At this point, he could have caught somebody if he crossed and then gone up cat. There's more utility in that play. But, you know, he was going off of his read, which is totally fine.
And the info is as well, like, do Renegades know that bomb was in spawn? I mean, now they certainly do, with it going down on the B side, but he might have thought that he had to cross back up from, you know, the ramp to get to A, rather. But
yeah, I mean, is there a chance that this gets cleared? It doesn't really cost him anything to clear it. It'd just be really weird for somebody to be here. Oh my gosh!
The unconvincing check switches to the knife as he peeks the corner.
Don't waste time if you're not going to clear properly, right?
No.
And we all do it. I mean, I'm not trying to point him out directly. I kind of did, but we all do that. You kind of just have muscle memory, just like hard clear an angle, but you're not really focusing on it. And even if you see them, you look away. In that situation, he's like looking, but he pulls his knife out.
And that's off the back of a P250 round for TYLOO, where somebody drops into the spawn, gets an AWP, and gets 3 kills with it.
That was pretty nuts.
So, out of nowhere for TYLOO. What a heroic round to win, because look at the effect that it's had on the money of Renegades. Broken. And this has given a huge window back into the game for TYLOO. It could have been 13-8 here with a buy round coming up, but now they can get double digits before Renegades even have rifles.
Yeah, that's a good point. It could have been 8-13. Kind of incredible. Still got to be scared with these USPs. We know what RNG can do.
Long's been taken, but Renegades are heavily set up on this A site. As with the one scout. Oh,
you saw it happening in your mind's eye.
So close. You can see instantly Execute's like, nope, no more of that. Ducking down into the pit, doesn't want any more fights. going to wait for his team to set something up instead, and they will towards B. That's where the bombs come. So Renegades, they are definitely going to fall for this fake, and I don't blame them. Lots of smokes on long, albeit not the best smokes, but Molotov deep as well will keep 5 players on the wrong side of the map as TYLOO creep into empty B and essentially guarantee a round.
Yeah, good on them. Like, it was an anti-eco. They didn't overcomplicate things. They took long control. It didn't cost them anything, and then they threw minimal utility. They got over to the other side of the map. They didn't even spend that much money on the utility they lost, so walking into B was also great, not alarming any players, really trusting their fake. Nice shot from Excurate. Might be a shooting gallery, but I guess that streak goes both ways.
Yeah, Bentet's trying to hold on to it though, but they grab it around the corner. And actually might be able to back off with it as well. As they're getting tagged up, but he's done damage as well. Bentet's down to 29, so this is a very, very close fight. And Az is going to win it. How the hell does he hit the headshot?
Again, yeah.
He's so
dude,
good with this gun.
He's insane with the scout. No way! Come on, make it another. All right.
Underwhelming ending, but certainly a good eco from Renegades, or Azza specifically. 4 kills.
Crazy. That's expensive.
Yeah, and considering TYLOO, I mean, they just won an eco, so, you know, they can't exactly get annoyed about that, but...
Whoa, Summer's opping? Excurate just dropped Summer the stop.
Long spawn.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you focused on that.
Probably going to swap it back.
See if it's going to be a long A setup from the CTs. 3 players turning the corner. No, just slightly. Molotov goes out. It's enough to shy the opera away. They don't get blue bin control. I don't know if Liaz is going to be worried about it. It seems like he has to consider that thought. Gratisfaction on his own.
Renegades really adapting the meta. Orgathon right now on the CT side, 4 of them.
It's not really movement. No approach from TYLOO. Usually cat control is the first thing you try. They haven't done that quite yet. Oh, Azur's up here actually. Which is kind of interesting. Will this peak amount to anything? Oh my goodness gracious.
That's not what you want. The Molotov comes in, but it's a little bit too late. Gratisfaction's already been picked off. What was that? Maybe looking at his radar right as the peak came through, you know, one of those timing things?
Yeah, I have no idea. I was wondering if he was just preparing to back off.
Yeah.
But yeah, it could have been that. He's obviously fast enough to hit that shot, but it's pretty weird to just see like not an op even peeking into you, but just walking by you.
And caught on the stairs on his retreat as well.
Oh, jeez. That actually changes things. I was going to say TYLOO have such a big advantage in this round. That might change things if they can retain cat control.
Oh, that's a dink. It's smoke shot left and right here for Renegades, but they're still going to lose another man. Summer picks off Liaz eventually.
And they have no one on cat anymore. So yeah, the split goes through. And TYLOO definitely deserved that round for what it's worth. They had control of it. They had the right pressure on cat. Gratisfaction probably should have hit that op shot. That cat setup could have gone a little bit better for Renegades, but ultimately he didn't click, and neither did their setup.
Yeah, I mean, the only success from Renegade that round was through smoke. 1 kill and 95 damage on that dink. So, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
Not really a great round for Renegades. But TYLOO starting to close the gap, and a lot of this off the back of that pistol win. To be honest, without that round, I think there's a very good chance Renegades will close this out. You know, maybe not by now, but in the next couple.
No, certainly.
That 13-8 that was almost definitely to be is now 12-11.
Yeah,
with money on the edge for Renegades.
Yeah, and good on TYLOO for not letting go of the momentum.
Yeah.
So another buy up. Man, I am loving watching maps more with the amount of buys that we get. Like, it's just more good rounds to watch. It just purely is like, you know, a visceral reaction to being able to like enjoy the game.
Yeah. I want to see more how it plays out, but definitely on that first half, I was going to make this point earlier, I think I forgot, but TYLOO, they would have been on pistols a hell of a lot more and would not have been able to get those double ops, you know, so consistently in the first half at the end of it, without this new money. Jacob though, he's going to get 1. A lot of damage to the second peak coming out from JKS on the corner as well. That's the bomb, and 2 more from Gratisfaction as well, who joins in with the scout. JKS is not finished, but TYLOO certainly are, unless Bentet has something to say.
He does. He has a little bit to say.
Yeah.
It's a short speech, but he gets some words in. Yeah. So TYLOO, go ahead. I mean, sorry, Renegades, go ahead. Pick up that 13th round that they were kind of owed from that previous eco about 5 rounds ago. A few rounds ago. Not going to do the math. And TYLOO have enough to buy, but not the op. They have been consistently buying ops for Excurate on their streak back. So that might put them out of their comfort zone a little bit. I feel most concerned for. I don't feel concerned wherever JKS is playing. It's mostly around A, where they're getting corralled onto the site. They're not holding on to cat control. They look a little bit flustered when TYLOO go for these A splits. They're doing a good job of pushing Renegades in uncomfortable spots, making them give up ground. So Renegades need to be, I think, a bit more adamant about what they want to hold, and make sure that they don't let go of it, because it's just the classic dust2. Like, the overarching strategy is just to try to get the CT out of the CT killed in pit, or just get long control, or get the CTs that are up on cat, standing in Molotovs, blind, and then wanting to fall back, and then eventually, you know, 2 CTs kind of huddled up together like Eskimos on the A site, and then from there it's such an easy round with a split. So, but what we're seeing with Renegades, they're folding to that pressure. Be a lot better if they would just maintain like some kind of strong presence on one part of one choke point.
JKS got flashed off, so missed the cross to shore, but I can imagine he called the possibility, and it's going to be very clear now with the footsteps. Gratz playing Car. We've not seen an AWP on Car so far this map. Apart from, well, at least not fighting short. Fighting long we have. Which is surprising considering how common of a position that is.
And it's how common 5 cat execs have become.
Yeah. TYLOO do have one in the tunnel, so can always back off to that late B, but with somebody outside of long and the bomb still up short, this is looking to be a late round A play, however, somewhat dependent on that pick, if they get it, because JKS, he's certainly making them work for it in middle here with the AWP. The smoke going down towards CT, and we have both side smokes as well from TYLOO. They're also going to be playing it as they pull their players back up catwalk.
This might not be good for TYLOO. They've only got flashes left over.
Gratisfaction, he's got an open line of sight, one shot with the AWP. Attacker gets the traders as a misses a shot, but these AWPs are coming up clutch for Renegades. They do lose long, and so Gratisfaction has to divert his attention, but the flash is too deep, and he is already there. Somebody dropped an Excurate alone, a 1-on-3 with this AK, and only 20 seconds to do it.
Ooh, there's a USP here. I mean, Gratisfaction has a better gun to work with, but he's a little bit worried. 10 seconds left, and he needs to get this plant. Kill comes down. It's a 1v1, and Jacob made some noise because he thought he had to help his teammate out. He's going to be crossing cap, but will the one-tap come in? Jacob, creeches into the angle, and the AUG is so much better in this situation, just for that consistent damage. 14th for the Renegades. It was close, though.
Yeah, very close. Good recovery from TYLOO, considering what they were up short, down 3, or down 2 immediately to those AWPs, and still make it the 1v1. But money broken. 14-11.
Yeah.
What do you do here? Play for overtime?
I don't know, man. I mean, if it was me,
you buy every round.
Can't buy. If you don't buy, you can't win. So that's the way I see it.
I don't know. TYLOO got that one full eco.
That's true. That's true. You do start with guns. Your odds increase dramatically. I mean, and there are situations like this, like a half buy, you still got a good chance. It's good to see TYLOO, you know, playing the long con.
Yeah.
This is why I'm casting, right? Because I would just be buying every round.
Well, if you can just click heads, then it doesn't really matter what you buy.
And we'll see if they can do that.
Flash up, and AUG on the other side. That is an absolute meat grinder of a round. As with 3, he just wants more, but eventually punished for it. It won't make a damn difference. It's just been the nade is good as well. Can't catch a break, can they? Yeah. And slow peek will be unscoped from Jacob. Very unfortunate.
He's got to get one before he dies, right?
Well, Bentet.
Yeah.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah.
He's like that guy in your pugs who just stays alive till the end of the round, gets one kill, and
you're calling
dies.
Bentet a baiter.
No, of course not. He's nuts.
No, yeah, he's nuts. Let's see it. I mean, he's just going to get one.
He's already got one. Is his time over? Yes.
Yeah, looks like it is. Match point here for the Renegades in round 26. Excurate instantly buys that off. He is fully torqued.
Yeah, and no armor behind it. This is...
He knows what he wants.
Oh, what have TYLOO got for us? Because it's going to need a 4-round comeback, and that's only to overtime. We've even got a pause here. I can imagine a quick tactical because, you know, this game is very close to being over unless you win every round. So there we go. That's Counter-Strike for you.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's true. I mean, they've got to throw it all down here. What's the map for them?
It's dust2, mate.
Okay, that's like Toronto slang, I guess. Like, what's the map mean? What's the plan?
What?
Yeah, like we'll say like, what's the map? Like, what do you want to do tonight?
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying like, what's the map? Like, what do they want to do this round? There's too much overlap with that word in Counter-Strike, so it's not going to make sense. If you're a Counter-Strike player or a pirate, you're going to say what's the map way too often, I think, and there'd be a lot of overlap.
A few more R's in the pirate side of things, but let's see if this ship has sailed for TYLOO or if they can keep this game alive. They're looking to plunder some booty as we head into round number 27. And Renegades, they are looking thick right now,
Yeah,
so
getting
we'll
that
see.
ass.
Yeah.
How do they weaponize Excurate? Oh my goodness!
That's scary.
Attacker was like, I didn't want to commit that hard, buddy.
I hate that. I hate that so much.
Let's just air these matchmaking grievances out on with these teams.
Someone blocks you and you die from it. It's like,
Ugh. See me on land, son.
Yeah.
Azur's alone. Well, he's not alone at long, actually. We haven't seen a late long from TYLOO.
Same from Renegades. There's been so many similarities of this T side for both teams, really.
Yeah.
In terms of even going back to the pistol round setup being exactly the same. As you say, the lack of late long, although somebody wants to throw a bit of a spanner in the works.
I think we saw maybe one split, but it was like, you know, late long is so appealing. Like, there's... Okay, yeah, they're going to employ it right now, it seems. But look how Renegades are so prepared for this.
Yeah.
Even though they haven't had to deal with it so many times.
And Grat can just give up the A. If he doesn't want to fight it, he can just come back long and support his teammates. He might need to because already one kill's come through. The lineup for Azza, he's so good on this AUG. And he might even find 3, but Exuret finally drops some of the AWP. Now, Gratisfaction scopes, that was definitely heard. And Exuret's just waiting for his teammates to pincer him from the back of the site. Good timing on the double peek. Bentet even finds one more. And Jacob, he's left with a 1-on-3, but he has been the star this map for Renegades.
Definitely well done. The shoulder peaks were a lot better, and they just didn't fly out off of a flash, and they weren't just kind of trying to do whatever they could. Jacob's just going to save. TYLOO will move into a 12th round. They pull off the late long take. Hazard does the best that he can do.
Yeah.
They had 2 players there. They both needed, if there's 3 kills in that situation, long shut down, then Gratisfaction can just work on Cat, and then that's it. Whole different round.
Well, he will be able to get away with this gun at least, but money for Renegades should just be enough to get the buy up. JKS is going to be about 4K, but not a huge problem. Everyone else is okay. Actually, Lee has 38. I guess you go for this, but...
Totally go for it.
I guess, yeah, with a scoreline 15-12, you don't want to eco here and play for the long run.
They're probably just figuring that out now.
Yeah, how you want to disperse. Are they going to eco?
Wow, they're not? Well, he's going to smoke. That's
yeah, but that could be for the cross and then a 4-man stack on whatever site if they're choosing. Yeah, it will be the eco Renegades. Fair enough. We'll see this then. Smoke to mid. They cross all the way to A though, so TYLOO have no idea of this setup right now. A bit of a cap boost with 2 as well, so if JKS can get past Attacker, that'd be great, but his teammate does. However, he does not. Jacob caught by Attacker down lower. That is incredible shot, even through the wall.
Okay.
That'll do it.
Very nice, Hansel. Snapped them like some gingerbread men. Yeah, so the awkward part, I guess they just have a way better buy now, but then next round is the last round, like, you know, they could have...
Yeah. You would have gotten 2 full buys if you count last round's buy a full buy if they bought, right?
Yeah.
Because you buy that, you eco this, and then you buy next.
Yeah. What was their loss? It's hard to tell now.
Oh, yeah. We need to see the scoreboard. I actually don't know. Well, no, they got 1,400 last round, so this is 1,900 into this round.
Into this round,
Into this round.
Okay.
So they would get 24 after this, but they've spent all their money, so 24 next round.
Yeah.
And that's about it. We kill money and
That's a
whatever.
crummy buy.
Yeah, right.
2 chances.
That's why, yeah, last round's buy, especially with one saved gun, probably makes more sense. But I understand them wanting, the double AWP here and everything.
Yeah, hard to be clairvoyant in the situation, but so they lose here. They were meant to lose.
Well, let's see. Shotgun's up for Jacob as well. It's not exactly sailing pretty
Oh.
for Renegades.
Oh.
Oh, that's an
Oh.
angle. An attacker. He is very, very lucky. Oh, careful. We know what JKS can do through those doors.
Definitely, could be the key player of the rounds. Any given rounds, basically, anytime it's been a B play, he's been stalwart. Wait, why is it the best gun that he can buy? Did he? I guess he bought last round.
No, he had the saved AUG.
Okay, right.
Maybe he bought nades behind it, though. I didn't see.
Yeah, that might have been it. TYLOO cat control at a minute. Could be a good nade. Yeah, really.
Nice.
Oh, man, that was a fantastic nade considering what they're up against. Over 100 damage dealt to the players of TYLOO at a minute, and they haven't gotten anything or spotted anybody.
They have gotten a lot of utility out of Renegades, albeit some of it being basically in their skulls, but only flashes left for these Aussies. Set up towards A with the utility, but this might not be the commitment. We only have one player really committed up. Catwalk could even drop.
He tried.
Yeah, he failed.
He tried, yeah, that's a big deal.
JKS in the meantime, he shut down the mid play. They're running right through. Az has found himself another. There's aggression on long in the meantime, but
Oh, okay.
okay, the game is done. Congratulations to Renegades. They have won the map and the match, 16-13 on both. And
Yeah.
they'll be going through with a 1-0 here in the Swiss.
And it was hard to see who was going to win up until the very last moment. So credit to TYLOO, they played really well. Don't know what happened on that round. Azar just went bananas. Yeah.
Yeah. Forget that last round. The other 60 rounds of Counter-Strike were great.
Yeah, they were great.
Yeah.
Pretty good stuff. That's tough loss for TYLOO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 very close games, 2 almost comebacks.
See, I think this is where if they lost 16-3 each time, it would have been better.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, this would be like, well, okay, we suck, but at least it's not like, damn, we could have won that. We were so close.
Yeah, and especially on Inferno as well. I mean, that was a 13-2 if we remember back to a 16-13 that they lost. But, hey, not the end of the world. I mean, that's been a matchup that's gone back and forth since the dawn of time. Yeah, since before the dinosaurs even.
Right,
So,
Land Before Time.
yeah, a great movie. Moving forward, still plenty of opportunity, still at least 2 more best of 3s for TYLOO to bounce back from that. Renegades are going to be sailing forward 1-0, and of course best of 3 Swiss, so we have plenty of Counter-Strike and plenty of chances for both these teams to continue. It's nice to see Renegades coming off the back of their major performance and still actually looking like a really, really good team, as you said, post-win depression, etc., talking about ENTs, but no, not affecting them so far.
Yeah, not expecting them so far. So we're going to go to a break. We got MIBR versus Panda Gaming next, so don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.